Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tacoma SRT5. Coming at you today with a little job that sucks. My evaporator, I believe it's called, crapped out in my AC system, and before the weather gets scorching hot here in Oklahoma, I figured I'd tackle this job. It is my extra car, so it's not that big a deal, but so here it is. I've got some instructions. I have no other videos that I've found online that are identical to my setup. I found similar ones, and I'm sure the job is similar, but I did find instructions, so I figured I'd make a video, maybe to help somebody, or just for your viewing pleasure. So let me do a camera flip here and we'll get started. First thing you want to do, my car has a 4-inch suspension lift and 2-inch body lift. I was able to get the fender liner out without removing the wheel. The directions say to remove the wheel and then do your fender. Now, the fender bolt is here, and in relation to your wheel, you're going to go straight up. And this is about the 10:30, 11 o'clock position. And there's another one over here, and this is kind of opposite, about 1:30, 2 o'clock position. It's about right here behind your light. You're gonna go straight in a couple inches here, and there's one up under here. You have to snake through. This is your battery box right here. You're going to go between the battery box and the little power command center, whatever, and it's going to come through, and there's an anchor bolt that goes to the fender. That's all my car had. I don't know if your car has more or different ones. The next thing I did was pull the plug from here, remove the plugs from here, remove the anchors that keep these wires attached to the fender. So those are loose. These go over. Unplug that. This stayed plugged in. This harness plugs into the sensor back here. Whatever sensor that is, I unplugged it and get it out of the way. And this one goes in up here. I have also undone my purge valve. Good, how are you? Sure, no problem, thank you. And so I've unplugged that. That's a vacuum line, goes back to the throttle body right there. Undo the two 8mm bolts or nuts, put them back on so you don't lose them. I've unplugged the tiny little vacuum line right there and tucked it away. This is another plug that goes into that. And here is our vacuum line tucked out of the way. Get it further tucked, I guess. And then this is a quick disconnect. I believe it's a fuel return line or a vent line. I don't know. Next thing I'm going to do here is undo these two. And the AC lines. There is nothing in my air conditioning system. I tried running a vacuum on it yesterday, and it wouldn't pull a vacuum with the Harbor Freight pump, and I thought the Harbor Freight pump was busted, so I went to O'Reilly. I rented their pump, and I thought, well, got the same results with two pumps. So I tried, this is after I've taken the whole system apart and cleaned it. Go to a shop, have your system evacuated so you don't have anything to worry about, and so you know the inside is clean. That way you can do your work. So I did a vacuum, no vacuum. I then cut apart, I'll show you, an old AC, one of these disposable AC caps, put it on my blowgun, and hooked it to my double gauges, tried filling the system with air, and I could hear hissing. So I sprayed where I heard the hissing, and it wasn't this. I sprayed the water in here and it came out like bubble bath. So that's the good news. I guess I found the problem. The bad news is it kind of stinks. But with any luck, this body lift might help. If you are wondering about a body lift, this is how it goes. This is your original body mount, and then what you do is undo all your bolts on one side and loose them on the other, jack up the one side, put these in place, put your new bolts in place, and you're good to go. There's the other one in there. Better shot. Anyway, it's right there. But we're not here to talk about that. But in case you're wondering, very, very easy job. Also very intimidating if you've never done it before. If I had to do it again, I could probably get it done, I don't know, in about an hour. And all you need is a floor jack. So I'm going to go ahead and shut off the camera, and we'll do a part 2 or part 3, or see how difficult this becomes. But since I don't know how to film edit, and since I'm sensing myself rambling here, yeah, like I said, I'm going to undo these and get a catch can under there so I don't make a mess everywhere. I'm going to undo these. Like I said, my system is drained. I was getting ready to fill it when I discovered the leak. And then after that, we'll be removing the bolts that hold this whole system onto the firewall, and from my understanding, there's screws on the other side that hold it on as well. And I'll just try to get this whole system out of here. I'm sure it won't be very fun, but we'll find out. So we'll get everything out of the way and go from there. We'll see you back at round 2. Tacoma SRT5 Grand Marquis evaporator replacement, part 1, done and over with. Catch you guys later.